Wait, what?
I don't know. It'll take me a while to get in there.
Oh,
Damn it!
I think Mark has been lost.
no, I'm just clicking random answers because I have 3 seconds.
Oh.
Crap!
Is it safe to say that all the items on the floor didn't change? And?
Why did the picture on the far back door change? If you can figure that out, you'll have the answer. The reason is because that elevator has something unique about it.
What would these means? Are you really that confused?
It seems I picked every wrong answer.
How did you fuck this up?
Don't worry, I did the same thing on the last question.
You did what?
Hey, why do you think I'm half dead right now?
That's it. The elevator was designed so only the floor moved.
Only the floor moved?
Which means the whole room wasn't an elevator, only the floor was. That's why we saw different doors in each tower.
Are you even able to figure out what the case is doing, or are you just putting every single answer and hoping to God it works?
And on the fourth floor, which was Strawberry Tower, a different door on the far back wall had a great design.
Then, where do the different floors lead? I want to say they lead outside, but they're probably just for show. Just for show? Why was something like that necessary? So we'd falsely believe that the doors were connected to where their picture signified. It was actually very effective. Because of that, we totally misunderstood the building's structure.
I don't get it. But I guess it means whoever designed this building had a totally twisted personality.
Did you hear that, mon ami?
Don't blame this on me. Take responsibility for yourself.
Then I'll take responsibility and gently caress you.
Wait, there's no way that's gonna happen. Stop with the tasteless jokes.
By the way, what does the chain on the far back door in Great Tower mean?
It was probably wrapped there by the killer to keep us as far from Strawberry Tower as possible.
Why?
Because of that chain. You guys thought you couldn't enter there, right? The killer destroyed the Strawberry Hall button, so we'd stay away from Strawberry Tower. Everything was done to tamper with the evidence, so we wouldn't find out about the secret of the funhouse. The appearance of a body in the tower would contradict what we thought we knew about the building. In that situation, if we'd gone to Strawberry Tower, we'd have seen that contradiction firsthand.
Yeah, I'm not
Using
gonna
that
lie,
as
the
proof,
chain was kind of
we might have
unnecessary.
discovered the truth. The truth
yeah,
is the two
I guess.
houses and the two towers are actually one complete vertical building. The killer wanted to keep us from learning that. That's why they made us stay away from Strawberry Tower.
They destroyed the button and wrapped a chain around the door just for that?
Would it really have inconvenienced the killer if we learned the true structure of the building?
It would have been a major inconvenience. After all, this funhouse is strongly connected to the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru.
Hold on. You're progressing much too quickly. There's still a contradiction concerning the building structure.
What a pain. It's fine already.
Gundam, please proceed.
You said earlier that Strawberry House and Grape House are connected vertically, right? If so, how does the contact elevator
Are you sure you don't like
transport us
soda?
from one house to the other?
What?
This is hilarious.
If that elevator moves vertically, then when your back is facing the elevator, both towers should be on the same side. But does this reflect reality? Inside Grape House, Grape Hall is on your right when your back is to the elevator. And inside Strawberry House, Strawberry Hall is on your left when your back is to the elevator. Which means the houses are on exact opposite sides of the tower. Answer me, fiend! What does this mean?
What does this mean?
If the two houses are connected vertically,
The elevator should move.
vertically, not horizontally.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Which means your reasoning.
It's clearly contradictory.
What's with this iron curtain of teamwork?
If the two houses are connected vertically,
The elevator should move.
So,
vertically, not horizontally.
can you get through this one?
I'm
However,
confused where
at
to shoot.
both houses, if the contact elevator is
I don't
behind
even know if I
you,
have the right bullet.
the towers are in opposite directions.
Oh, I missed. Shut up. Wait, frick, I think I changed it to the bullet while I was doing that. Frick.
If the two houses
Yeah,
are
I did,
connected
Frick.
vertically,
The elevator should move.
vertically, not horizontally.
However, at both
feel like this
houses,
ain't the
if the
right bullet.
contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Yeah, that wasn't right.
If the two houses are connected vertically,
The elevator should move.
vertically, not horizontally.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Want me to give you a hint?
Huh.
Look at Kazuichi's account.
Which means your reasoning.
It's clearly contradictory.
Think about what that means.
The Iron Curtain of teamwork.
If the two houses are connected vertically,
The elevator should move.
vertically, not horizontally.
No, that's wrong. The elevator wasn't just moving vertically. Isn't that right, Kazuichi? Huh? Me?
Huh?
Come on. You used the elevator while you were holding that compass Nagito gave you.
Ah, that. Yeah, it was pretty strange. From start to finish, somehow the compass needle rotated 180 degrees.
Rotated 180 degrees? Meaning, as the elevator moved between the two houses, it also rotated 180 degrees. It was probably following the building's perimeter as it rotated to the other side. Which means the exit would be on the opposite side once you arrived at the other house, right?
And thanks to that, the tower we saw on our right side when we arrived at Grape House
Bro, this animation going at like 3 FPS.
appeared on our left side.
Oh,
when we
and
were
here
at
I just
Strawberry.
thought that was the lag from the stream.
It's hurting my eyes.
An elevator that rotates while it moves. Is that even possible? It's like something from an amusement park.
Well, a funhouse is an amusement park attraction, you know. And since the building doesn't really need to be structurally practical, it makes for some splendid fun.
That's not splendid at all. You're inhuman.
You say I'm inhuman, but I'm just a bear. So I was never human to begin with. I'm different from these lowly humans.
So we're done with the secret of the funhouse, right? Then let's start talking about the important stuff. What's the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru? And how'd they combine it with the pillar?
Huh? You still don't know what the ultimate weapon is yet? It's what I found at the Octagon, you know.
What is the
You do
octagon? I
realize
haven't
that
heard of
Japanese
that yet.
Monokuma basically said I am above these filthy ningen.
Bruh.
Oh my.
Ningen wa.
I can't believe I have to explain that now. As long as you know what an octagon means, you can solve this simple mystery easily.
Aight. Four-sided shape.
How could this happen to me? I can't
Curry, I don't know the answer.
And I think everything's okay for my side.
I recall, an octagon is a shape with 8 sides.
If I recall.
I didn't expect you to know that. For a substitute reserve course student.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Do Japanese people just not know what shapes are?
I guess I should continue listening.
No, he's insulting you, but because of this was implanted into my brain for all eternity.
Wow, you're so smart. Wait, what was the question? Oh, frick.
What is an octagon, buddy? Which part of that picture's an octagon?
Crap!
What?
The very top one of the green one.
Crap!
feel like I selected something wrong.
Yeah, no, you did.
Yeah, he was like the very top of the green one, and I was like, oh, okay. That did not work.
Yeah, the very top of the green one. You clicked in the middle of the top.
So I'm supposed to poke right here?
Right next to where the bridge is, yes.
It is right here.
You're talking about the secret room surrounded by concrete in the depths of the final dead room.
Why is that place the octagon?
You know how the four-sided strawberry house is on top of the six-sided grape house? If you cut a four-sided shape out of a six-sided one, you get 8 edges. It becomes an 8-sided shape.
What the fuck?
That's basically the gist of it.
This is bullshit.
The true
I told you,
identity of the
an octagon is a shape with 8 sides!
That is some bull.
In actuality, that place contained various weapons.
Then the ultimate weapon was there too?
That's a little different. I learned the true identity of the ultimate weapon at the octagon. Learn? The true identity of the ultimate weapon is the funhouse, which means the killer used the building structure as their weapon and killed Nekomaru. Like me, the killer probably realized the secret of the funhouse from the scenery.
Wait, did they tie like the wire loop around the doorknob or something? And since the elevator like spins, it just pulled the pillar down?
And then thought of a way to kill, making use of the building structure.
The funhouse itself is the weapon, so they killed using the building structure?
I mean, the
That's
door
why
doesn't
the killer tried
move.
to keep us from learning the mystery of
Yeah,
the
the door
building.
don't move, the floor does. So if you like put a wire to it, it'll like spin and start pulling on itself.
I mean, I guess if it really was an indestructible wire, that probably would work. But how would you kill somebody unless they were literally standing completely still waiting for the pillar to hit them?
Sleep, sleep button.
That would have totally had all of the fragments on top of them and not anyone under him. They've already
Sleep,
talked
sleep
about
button.
how it couldn't have smashed into him that way.
Sleep, sleep button.
It truly deserves to be called the ultimate weapon.
But yes, the ultimate weapon, when you said is it the room, yes but no, it's the entire funhouse.
The building killed him. It wasn't me. It was the boulder.
Hiya!
Staffatly.
So, how do you like the ultimate weapon?
I see.
Okay, everyone, all together now.
All together
Mommy is a
now.
Serious Stu Fatley.
The Ginyu Force. Now I want to play Ginyu. Why don't I play Ginyu? All together now.
I hope your day is well. I'm trying to force myself to be more energetic, or else my mental state won't be able to keep up.
Monami, you're starting to sound like a streamer.
My heart's thumping like crazy. I might as well have a laid-back, so what attitude and go ahead with high energy. Yeehaw!
Yeehaw.
But be careful that your batteries don't run out for various reasons. And just like I say each time, don't forget to save
She sounds like the princess from, Wreck-It Ralph.
I never expected the funhouse itself to be the ultimate weapon.
Which one?
The main one. The one with the hoodie, the glitchy one.
Oh, okay. Just look around. The entire fucking game takes place in a world filled with old-fashioned video games where everything was a princess.
I mean, the second one had a lot of princesses. It also had a really good song that I saved to my playlist.
The second one had a lot of Disney princesses. The first one had a lot of classic princesses in video games.
Dokupe.
I mean, that's not what's important. The thing that's really important is the killer who used the building structure. Like, who's Mekomaru's murderer?
But is it really okay to believe the building is the weapon? Nagito said it, you know.
There's no way I'd lie at such an important moment. I don't want to die either.
What happened to the bastard who kept saying how much they didn't mind dying?
He's right. There was a time when I thought I could become a stepping stone for your hopes, but I will sincerely retract that remark.
Okay, I'm back.
I'm outside.
No, I'm on dog duty. My parents are going, they're leaving the house. They're going to the other house.
I heard you. I see. I finally was able to stop hearing you with that fucking goddamn cap in your mouth that's been annoying me. I'm just like, well, as much as it's nice to get a reprieve from that.
Let me just, Okay, I eat it.
Like, as nice as it is to get reprieve from that, the fact that I'm getting a reprieve from that probably means that he's gone. And if he's gone, that means his remote's dead. Well, shit.
So have I been replaced? I mean, has Nagito been replaced by me?
I'd happily sacrifice myself.
Yes, you get to be, like I said, if he's the steel ladder, you're the creaky wooden ladder that he's just like, yep, nope, this'll work.
Oh, so is this the murder of despair, not murder of hope?
Murder is
Yes, this is a despair murder.
forcibly sacrificing
Or at least
others
according
for
to
one's
him.
own desires. Even one as diabolical as I would avoid such action.
Well, that just makes it sound like suicide.
I see.
Okay, get a little bit closer to the middle, and thank you.
It's fine. Let's just leave him alone and find out who killed Coach Nekomaru as fast as we can. Just so you know, it's not like I'm getting hungry or anything, you know. Akane! You're drooling waterfalls?
Anyway, if the killer used the building structure, why don't we think about how they used it?
How they killed Nekomaru.
It might be better if we clarify the cause of death first, don't you think?
I never thought you would screenshot anything, Akane said. I guess if it goes to food, I guess
I
that's
do get
important.
hungry. To be honest, I'm running out of waifus. There's only 2 left.
Wait, how do you know there's only 2 left?
Akane and Chiaki is the only ones I want to speak to.
Oh, okay.
So you told me a female about to die? This is a large
What?
oof. Crushed by the elevator? I don't think it counts for a trial if he dies by dead battery.
Yeah, no,
running out of time.
It wouldn't be from dead battery.
Frick, 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 frick. I got 1 second. Frick, 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 frick. Bruh.
Think of something that uses the building.
Falling?
Jumping off of a building uses a building.
Died from falling.
Died from falling?
If the funhouse is secret, is that it's a structure where both towers and
I mean,
houses
maybe
are
the
vertically
wire was tied to the doorknob, and they like tied the wire around his neck or something.
Now you're starting to get something.
I don't know what the frick the pillar has to do with anything then, unless it was just there for distraction reasons.
Well, think of it this way.
Maybe he fell on the pillar after it like broke his neck off.
Yeah, remember, there's oil on the pillar, so obviously he collided with it.
Yeah, I was like, maybe he hit the top of the pillar coming down.
Then the killer made use of its height and caused Nekomaru to die from falling.
Are you saying they pushed him off? Where'd they push him off from?
That I don't know yet.
Don't just make things up when you don't know the method. Where in that building would you even be able to push someone off in the first place?
Since we are at the midpoint, if you don't mind me asking, who do you think it is now? Now that you know the ultimate weapon.
You could push him off the 4th floor when the elevator is on the 1st floor.
Did you forget how the elevator functions?
Maybe Sonia?
When it's on the 1st floor, the door on the 4th floor won't open.
Any reasoning, or you just don't like it?
Well, I mean, she's a princess. And, like, building structure is part of a thing that a princess needs to know, right? If you're gonna build a kingdom or something, you need to know how, like, basic structure.
Structure is something they learn.
And I don't think it's Soda because he's too stupid.
What do you mean stupid? What, dude?
He gets countered by his own account. Bruh.
Thank you.
Saying he died from falling is truly incorrect.
That's my favorite way to counter deathcore, is with his own words. Half the time he's like, I ain't say that, and I'd be like, yeah, you did. And I can prove it with this. Kellogg's cornflakes.
But my gut is going crazy right now.
Are you sure you're not hungry?
I ate cereal earlier.
Oh, she said her gut is going crazy. Broken doorknob.
When the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Nekomaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on. Did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside, the other door won't open. Which means the elevator wouldn't have moved either.
That must be the threshold of that elevator.
Okay, there's a lot of yellow statements.
When the elevator is on the 1st floor,
I'll give you a really
can't go
big
through the door on
hint,
the
and you should be able to
4th
figure it out easy with it. Yes.
It'd be impossible
The bullet's
to shove
good
off the
night
victim
button.
from up there.
then, how about this? After locking Nekomaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the fourth and made use of the drop.
Hold on. Did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside.
No, that's wrong. That sensor should only work if something is moving. If Nekomaru wasn't moving inside, the elevator sensor wouldn't have detected anything.
Could it be his sleep mode?
When Nekomaru's goodnight button is pressed, all of his functions shut down, and he enters sleep mode. If he's in sleep mode, the elevator sensor wouldn't have noticed it, right?
I see. So that's how...
However, even if they moved the elevator in that manner, Nekomaru would have just moved along with it.
I zoned out for a second while Gundam Tanaka. I need to reread this.
There would have been no drop for him to fall and die from. Yes?
That's what I was about to explain, before Kazuichi interrupted me. Silence, pest!
Now you're calling me a pest?
Kazuichi won't die.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is... The hammer is suspicious.
Bruh.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
How about we all shut up and listen to what Chiaki has to say?
Silence, pest!
Don't be so cold. What if I start to enjoy it?
Bruh.
If you arrange it, you can cause the drop with...
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement.
That arrangement is... The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't
The
it
hammer
about
is
time we went over the...
suspicious.
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
Maybe I shoot the doorknob with the wire.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop...
So you're telling to think about the arrangement.
That arrangement... The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time...
What about the oil on the
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
I agree with that.
I agree with that.
Didn't the doorknob have scrape marks on it?
Yeah, when it comes to the agreement things, you aren't saying the same thing they're saying, you're trying to combo with them.
Oh, okay.
Is that the same wire that was tied around Nekomaru?
The tip of that wire was tied into a loop.
This
If the
is how
elevator
you
moved,
tie
that
a
loop part
noose.
hung from the doorknob.
It's
If they did something
practical
like
for
that,
every
he
use.
would have been suspended in midair.
What kind of spaghetti?
That's right. He was suspended in midair. The killer tied up Nekomaru with the wire while he was in sleep mode. Tied the tip of the wire into a knot and hung it on the doorknob to the fourth floor. With that, they moved the elevator from the fourth floor to the first floor of Grape Tower. And suspended Nekomaru in midair.
That's right! He was so well hung! Kinda like...
You better not finish that sentence!
Bruh.
The killer took advantage of the elevator's unique features. Only the floor moves. By doing that, they created a drop so Nekomaru could fall to his death.
Too easy.
Too easy.
So what if they created a drop? There's no way you can make him fall and die with just that. What? If Nekomaru is suspended in midair like that, then how do you get him to fall? Because if he's suspended in midair, he won't die.
Something I always found hilarious is that Kazuichi is one of the easiest people to beat inside of a criminal showdown.
I feel like the broken doorknob is the answer to that.
Even if they suspended Nekomaru from how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that. Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a wall, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they
even
could
if you
do
did learn
that.
Tekko's ultimate technique.
Oh wait, I have a limited amount of cuts.
Nekomaru from a wire, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him. There's no way they could do
I
that.
didn't know that.
Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a wire, how would they
I
make
only
him
use the
fall?
D-pad during this
There's
segment,
no
makes
one
it
in
much
the tower
easier
to
for
push
me.
him off. There's no way they could do that.
It doesn't mean someone had to push him off. It's possible that he fell on his own.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should... If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that. Now's the time, but in that case, you still won't be able to explain the drop. Moving the elevator with Nekomaru is just impossible. End of story. What? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
Oh wait, no, that ain't correct. Me being like, oh, that's gotta be the answer that I immediately cut it and didn't even read.
Nekomaru fell on his own? Crap. What? Nekomaru fell on his own?
Well, remember what Nekomaru said is the only things that can wake him up when he goes into sleep mode?
The alarm clock.
You still won't be able to explain the drop.
If somebody hits the button again, or his alarm goes off.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
Oh, no.
Crap. What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Crap. What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right? If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that to himself. Now's the time, but in that case, you still won't be able to explain that moving the elevator with Nekomaru is just impossible. End of story. What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
Allow me to cut through those words.
Like, looked at the bullets and I was like, bruh, I have 3 that are like the same thing but slightly different.
Nekomaru woke up while he was suspended upside down in midair.
Clock. Timer. Bruh.
What are you saying? Like, how would he even wake up?
He has an alarm inside his body. As long as it was on, it would have deactivated his sleep mode. Which means the killer set the alarm before they suspended Nekomaru.
If you woke up from an alarm and realized you were hanging upside down and had no clue why, if something like that happened to you, you would start panicking a lot, right? Instinctively, your body would start moving. Nekomaru probably did exactly that.
And then, in order to make it fall from the force he was generating, the wire was hung on the tip of the doorknob so it would easily slip off. In actuality, the scrape marks caused by the wire were near the tip of the doorknob.
But Nekomaru didn't fall because the wire came off, right?
He fell because the entire doorknob came off. When Nekomaru awoke, he must have struggled much more than expected, which caused the doorknob to break off.
Was that unexpected for the killer too?
Well, that's probably it. If they knew it'd leave behind evidence like that, they would have at least tried to do something to cover it.
Remember how when Nekomaru wanted to try and open the door, he almost went 1,000,000% on it?
they hang it on the same doorknob that he jiggled like crazy?
They wouldn't have known he did that, but yeah, they did.
Clatter, 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 clatter.
I see. You finally understand now?
Yeah. It appears it's just as Miss Sonia said. I'm just a pest. No, I'm not just a pest. I'm a total fucking pig. Isn't that right, Miss Sonia? If I'm a fucking pig, you can say so.
No, I believe you gave your all.
Hey, why aren't you teasing me anymore?
Bruh.
He gets off on this. So thanks to that alarm, Nekomaru ended up falling while he was still hanging upside down. That doesn't mean he just crashed straight into the floor. Of course, you know that.
It's just like you said, he would start enjoying it. The second he starts enjoying it, Sonia, you will not get the satisfaction.
You will not. Cola came out of his eye.
I see. When Nekomaru fell to the floor, he ended up colliding with the pillar. Isn't that it?
Finally, the pillar!
So that's how the pillar shattered, and why oil was spilled all over the place.
See, I told you the pillar was the weapon. My gut was totally right.
Well, the pillar was a bonus. It's not even clear if the killer intended that, or if it was just a coincidence.
At this point, it is quite difficult to find a clue that will lead to the killer.
Then what about the alarm? I'm positive the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m. And if we map it out from there...
Hold on, baby gangsta.
Hold on, baby
Stop calling me
gangsta.
baby gangsta!
What'd you just say? Did you say the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.?
You didn't check it yourself? Nekomaru's alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nah, that's impossible. Cause
I
even though
really should
slept
have
in a little,
fucking
we
said
still
the
got to the
picture.
tower
Hold
at
on,
7
baby
in the morning.
gangsta.
Now that you mention it, so did I. There was no way I could be late for Monokuma Tai Chi, so I left for Grape Tower before 7 a.m.
And if we found Nekomaru's body there,
I mean, is it possible that his chest looked all messed up because they went and changed the clock time?
No, his clock can't be messed up at all. That was explained in the castle.
Then all the clocks are on the and the lobbies are messed up. Then
How were you able to discover Nekomaru died at 7:30 a.m. when you went to the tower at 7?
That's what I want to know.
uh-oh. Make my argument.
We headed for Grape Tower before 7 a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
The bullet's radio clock,
Time of death from the time the body
because
was
they're trying
discovered.
to say that his clock was messed up like he thought it was.
The killer probably did some tampering.
Wait,
He
what?
probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest. That's gut!
No, that's wrong! No, the clock inside his chest was a radio clock, so it would have been impossible to mess with.
So you're saying there's no way the killer could have tampered with a clock?
Maybe the clock Miss Sonia saw was the one that got tampered with.
The clock inside Grape House?
No, I checked all the clocks inside the funhouse.
Oh, that's what I asked you to do. So you really listened to me and checked all the clocks.
And because of that, I can confidently declare that all the clocks had the same time displayed.
If there's no possibility that the time was tampered with, then we must doubt that human's testimony.
Please believe me, we are not lying.
Then maybe it's a misunderstanding?
I never misunderstand. I'll crush you into dog food.
now we have to deal with something that I actually had a little bit of a hard time on. Good luck! Ah. You know, that ability lost in thought that you have, which increases the time, super helpful during this.
What did Hajime and the others misunderstand? Oh, what the frick is this? Is this one right? No. What is this? Bruh.
You have to time your jumps absolutely perfectly. You have to be at the very edge to hit it.
Frick. It's all coming together.
God, that was way too close. That's all the time you needed.
Isn't that right for you, Hiko?
Yeah, none of the clocks had the wrong time.
But what
You
if
had
all
5
those clocks had
seconds
been
left.
missing?
What? All the clocks?
So even if you checked all the clocks inside the building, there's no way you'd have noticed it.
I see. So the killer messed with the time inside the whole building by changing all the clocks.
So that's what it was. There's no way I would have noticed that.
This is truly fantastic!
Now's not the time to be pleased. More importantly, how much was the time off?
If the time in the building was all messed up, then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
The time of death was clearly 7:30 a.m.
The problem is, what time would 7:30 be in our time?
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that down? If only I heard the sound when he fell. It would have been a great clue.
It's one of the accounts, so you might want to take a look at the bullets.
He's not the type to let out a scream.
If only Nekomaru's alarm was loud enough.
I think it's Fuyuhiko's account.
Do you want to read them?
I think the only two I have is Fuyuhiko's and Akane's. Oh wait, it's Akane's then.
If does not exist in this world.
If the time in the building was all messed up, then we can only rely on Nekomaru.
The time of death. It's clearly 7:30 a.m.
The problem is, what time it's in our time?
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that down? If only I heard the sound when he fell.
I agree with
that.
That's right. We should have heard the sound he made when he fell. Wasn't it that rumbling noise?
Rumbling?
I thought it was just an earthquake, so I went back to sleep. Was that the sound from when Nekomaru fell?
Well, a huge body fell from the 4th floor to the 1st, and the pillar fell with it. It's obvious we'd hear the impact sound.
We heard that noise too.
It was when we were gathered at the Strawberry House Lounge. What is it, Sonia?
Oh, well, that sound everyone heard? I did not hear it at all.
Huh?
You probably didn't hear it because you were sleeping.
So the luxury rooms have, do they have, like, soundproof or something?
I could not sleep at all. I was awake the whole night with hunger pains.
There's nothing to worry about. What's important is that rumbling noise, anyway.
If we use that rumbling sound as a reference, we might be able to figure out how much our time was off.
I heard that sound probably around 5:30 in the morning.
Huh? You can tell?
I instantly woke up and left my room. And that's when I saw the clock in the lounge.
Why does Fuyuhiko look like that?
Excellent work, Akane.
I see. Nekomaru's alarm went off at 7:30, and if we heard the sound of his impact at 5:30, that means our time was off by 2 hours.
2 hours? That much?
We were starving pretty badly. There's no way we would have noticed.
Plus, the funhouse has no windows. And there weren't any Monokuma announcements either.
However, for what reason did the killer alter our perception of time?
The reason is obvious. So they could lure out just Nekomaru. If you messed with the clocks and used a specific thing, you definitely get Nekomaru to the tower alone, right? From there, the killer's plan was a splendid success. That's all it means.
Massage time.
Damn it!
I was hoping. Well, I'm kind of confused what the answer is.
What happens at a very specific time that everyone missed?
Monokuma Tai Chi.
Monokuma Tai Chi.
Crap!
Oh wait, Monokuma, he was going to the Tai Chi, but everybody thought it was way too early.
I see.
Because he has clock, he already knew what time it was.
How did they use it?
We were required to go to Great Tower every morning at 7 a.m. for that activity, right? But if they messed with all the clocks inside the building, what would that do to us? We wouldn't be able to attend on time, but that wouldn't affect Nekomaru. His radio clock...
Your attack was not effective.
That's right. In doing so, the killer was able to lure him to the tower by himself at the precise time.
Then, when I witnessed Nekomaru early in the morning...
If I recall, you witnessed Nekomaru around 5 a.m. And if that time was also 2 hours off, it should have been 7 a.m. Yeah, that's pretty much it. At that time, he was heading over to Monokuma Taichi, right on schedule.
I see. Now that I think about it, I realize what Monokuma meant when he said those words.
Too early! He didn't even ask you yet!
Bruh.
When you said everyone, you were including us, right? We thought we came to the tower on time, but in truth, it was way past the meeting time.
Monokuma's really gotta hate himself when he accidentally gives the clue to the trial.
Bruh.
What was it? You know, tripping over a foot, or something like that.
Are you talking about tripping over someone else's fault?
Wrong! Too bad!
Liar! I'm right!
That's not it! It's incorrect!
That's definitely the correct answer. You always get so...
Let's just ignore the peanut gallery. Now that we've found out how the killer lured Nekomaru, the number of suspects has drastically decreased.
Hey, why would that decrease the number of suspects? Don't be a friggin' liar!
You'll know I'm not lying when you listen to what Fuyuhiko's going to say next.
Huh? What the hell do you mean?
Up.
You witnessed Nekomaru going toward the tower. Did something else happen after that?
Are you talking about that alarm?
Alarm?
A little while after I witnessed Nekomaru, the clock in the Strawberry House lounge started going off. Plus, it was just before that rumbling sound occurred. If Nekomaru died when the rumble happened, then whoever doesn't have an alibi at the time is the prime suspect.
Really? Was there anyone who didn't have an alibi at that time?
I remember now. The sound was so loud I couldn't help bolting from my room. But there was one guy who never left the lounge. We were both on the same floor. It's pretty weird that bastard never came out of his guest room.
Which means that person does not have an alibi for when Nekomaru fell?
Who is it? Who's the bastard?
See, there's two. Wait, there's two, though. I mean, okay.
You're the only one!
The one who wasn't there.
But there was only one person who didn't come out.
That's right. Nagito wasn't there. It was just me, Gundam, and Fuyuhiko.
You didn't come out, even though the alarm was going off like crazy. You weren't in your room.
If that's the case, where were you?
Please, say something.
If you don't hurry up and answer, I'm gonna suicide dive you!
If I may,
Suicide dive?
even if I wanted to go to the lounge, I couldn't.
You couldn't? What do you mean?
It's merely the foolish talk of the weak.
Not only did I not hear the alarm, I never even heard that rumbling sound.
You're definitely fucking lying.
However, that is also true for me. It is obvious that I did not hear the alarm in Strawberry House. But I did not hear the rumbling sound either. Is that not strange? I mean, everyone else heard it. To be honest, it's not just them. The same goes for me too.
Uh-oh.
I was in a pretty deep sleep, so I thought that's why I couldn't hear it. It wasn't that. I probably couldn't hear it at all.
Couldn't hear it? What does that mean?
You still don't know. Think about what the three of us who didn't hear a sound have in common, and I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Uh-oh.
Deluxe.
Do what?
Deluxe.
Oh, okay. Bruh. Frick. I didn't mean to do that shit. Bruh. I went to go click X on it and I died. It's like, I don't need those letters. Let me just get rid of them.
Would you try so hard?
Never give up.
And you die. When I get out of here, I want to feed my pet another man's nut.
You shoved a
Maybe I'll just give it the single man's nut. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, but I have 3 man's nuts, okay? Like...
Come on, you gotta keep at least 1 man nut.
Yeah, I know, I have 2 left over.
You also have to get that hope meter pretty damn high, so that won't be enough for that.
Oh, do nuts not give them extra hope?
No, nothing gives them extra hope. I don't know what the fuck you're doing with it. Except having a fun time.
E. Why you only give me E? Stop! I don't need E. Need the letter K.
I need a K. I need a K!
Brick. Piece of shit. Piece of shit. What the fuck? When worlds collide, you wish you died? What is this?
This is starting to look like my level of bullshit, but easier.
When worlds collide. I need the letter R. E.
Deluxe room, right? If I recall, the deluxe rooms are...
reason we could not hear the rumbling noise.
That's right.
How much longer is this trial? I need to use the bathroom.
Superior sound insulation.
Not much longer, unfortunately.
I'm gonna use the bathroom anyway. Oh, Hollow, I'm back.
I'm back.
Hey, Kuri, I've got a question.
Yeah, what's your question, buddy?
Am I allowed to go back and get Sonia's panties so I can give them to Hiyoko?
No.
But why?
You can't give her the panties!
Why? She asked me so nicely for them. I'll do it.
You cannot.
Why?
Your character will take one look at them and say, hey, but these are really nice.
I don't care. That ain't me. That's a fake me. Shut up, Hajime, you suck.
You actually noticed that. Nice catch, Hajime. Are you using your ultimate reserve corps student talent?
Yes, I am. It's my secret technique, of course.
Now then, you guys must understand by now, right? The true identity of Nekomaru's killer.
Do I?
Why? Well, that fact just now is a very important clue. And decisive factor?
There were 4 people who had the deluxe rooms. Do you remember who they were?
No.
Sonia, Chiaki, Nakito, Gundam.
So who was somebody who didn't show up then?
Actually, the problem is the exact opposite. Nobody showed up except one of them.
Are you telling me that it's the great and almighty himself?
Supreme leader of evil.
Nah.
Ruler of hell.
Nah. Nah.
Overlord of ice.
I want to die. Tell me it isn't so, Gundam Tanaka.
Gundam, there's something I want to ask you.
His execution better be
When the
badass.
alarm rang at the Strawberry House Lounge, you rushed over there too, right?
What's wrong with that? If the bell of catastrophe rings throughout the night, it is the universe's providence to stop it.
Why were you able to hear it?
Hear what?
I mean, you were also staying in a deluxe room, right?
Nagito was staying in a deluxe room in the same house on the same floor, and he couldn't even hear it. So why were you able to hear that alarm?
Now that you mention it...
Gundam?
There's only one possibility. You were... That's why, even though you were staying in a deluxe room, you still went to the lounge.
Gundam, you better give me some good final screenshots.
Gundam, you have some sort of explanation, right?
Gundam probably couldn't return to his room because of Fuyuhiko.
Me?
After you saw Nekomaru heading to the tower, you stayed at the lounge for a while. Am I correct? Until the moment that alarm started ringing, right? If you were in the lounge for that long, the killer who had left earlier obviously wouldn't be able to go back.
Even though Nekomaru's murder was a death trap that utilized the alarm in his chest, the killer still needed to prepare the murder in advance.
Like putting Nekomaru in sleep mode and tying him up with the wire.
In order to do that, the killer needed to be waiting for Nekomaru at the tower.
So, like, where's the comic book at?
The killer was already at the tower.
We got some shit to do. Something ain't right. We didn't do a comic book yet.
They couldn't because Gundam hasn't defended himself yet. Gundam hasn't defended himself yet. We're okay. We're still okay.
In their original plan, the killer should have returned to their room
Where's
before the
the
alarm in
comic
the lounge
book?
went off. And they were supposed to stay in their room. They weren't planning to come out and go to the lounge.
Which means they wouldn't have heard the alarm or the rumbling sound, thus proving they were in the room, just like us.
The best case scenario would have been if those two in the lounge had gone to check the deluxe rooms. After all, if they personally saw the killer sleeping in their room, it gives the killer a stronger alibi. Unfortunately, they failed to secure that alibi.
Because I was in the lounge.
So the killer couldn't go back to their room, and ended up hearing the lounge's alarm.
But why'd you come out? You should have hid till the excitement died down.
If Gundam tried to hide, and if those two went to his room to check on him, he would have been found out. That would have been the worst possible outcome. That's why he couldn't just stay hidden.
If those two had just checked the deluxe rooms as planned, that would have been ideal, but how ironic. The moment Fuyuhiko set foot in the lounge, your plan was doomed.
Gundam? Please, can you at least say something?
Answer me this. Including myself in my 4 dark devas of destruction, how many ears do we possess?
Huh?
The answer is 10. That's right, I possess 10 ears. That means I have 5 times the hearing of a normal human. The soundproof system here may as well not exist.
Bruh.
Is that your argument?
You bastard! Do you understand the situation you're in right now?
Do not panic. The truth shall now commence. At the time, I left my room to go to the bathroom. By coincidence, I heard the alarm. That's right. That's all it was. The world is always so simple.
Are you saying it was just a coincidence? Isn't that timing a little too perfect?
And yet, I'm being suspected by all of you. It seems it was actually horrible timing on my part.
I see. You're still holding out. Well, you don't have to admit it. We're going to decide who the killer is with the majority vote anyway. So, why don't we just go ahead and start voting? It's obvious that Gundam is the killer.
Nah, B. We haven't done a comic book yet.
You know, Hajime, this class trial, this killing, it's merely the opening act, you know.
Hey! What do you mean the class trial is just the opening act?
Perhaps I should say it's just a farce. Just a boring farce. So boring, so stressful. I'm so painfully bored that I might develop stomach ulcers.
Seriously. Let's just hurry up and finish this before I collapse from poor health.
Nagito, something definitely happened to you, didn't it? Hmm? At some point during the investigation, your behavior became even weirder. What actually happened?
He's getting so bored, he's starting to sound like Junko.
Bruh.
Well, let's just leave that fun for later.
You said opening act again!
Please hold on! We have yet to hear Gunna's rebuttal.
But he's completely shut up. Perhaps he can't argue anymore.
Bruh.
I was simply at a loss for words after being dumbfounded by your pathetic assumption. In fact, I shall deny the very basis. Your assumption has been wrong since the beginning.
Since the beginning?
Based on your
Beginning of
assumption,
time.
I hung Nekomaru from the
Gundam is going to have to use his ultimate technique, the one he taught you.
From there,
The screw you shoot yourself in the face.
I was present when the alarm at the lounge went off, correct? Although going to and fro is busy enough as it is, how would I be able to travel between both houses anyway?
I see. The contact elevator was broken.
As I recall, the killer tampered with the Grape House control panel, which shut down the elevator. Plus, the stopped elevator should have been facing the Grape House side. If so, the human who used the elevator would have left it at Grape House. For these reasons, it's an indisputable fact that the killer destroyed the elevator at Grape House.
And what's wrong with that?
If the elevator was broken at Grape House, he wouldn't be able to return to Strawberry House.
However, I was already at Strawberry House. I was present when the alarm in the lounge started ringing. Which means your assumption is clearly wrong.
Are you serious? And here I thought it's already been decided.
Have you learned your lesson, pitiful humans? You cannot overcome this contradiction.
I have no idea what bullet. Let me just read.
That elevator was the only means.
Well, I'll give you one hint. You have to absorb one.
As long as that elevator was broken.
It's not the only means of transportation.
Plus, the elevator was broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House...
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time, there's no question that the following
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
That elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses.
Prick. Oh, okay.
Damn it!
I guess that was not the correct.
The only means of
Remember, you can
travel
only
between
shoot
the
the
two
absorbed bullet once. After you shoot it, you would go back to your normal bullets. You missed.
Plus, the elevator broken at
Frick.
Grape House.
If the killer cannot return...
Since I was at Strawberry, there's no question that
It would have been different.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
how much
I got
longer-
screwed
don't we
by the
stop this
cancer.
already?
That is the entire point of the white noise, to screw you over.
The only means of travel between the two houses.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
No, there should have been another way
No.
to move between the two
Uh-oh,
houses
did I
without the
unplug?
elevator.
Such a method does not exist.
Still
That
waiting
doesn't
for
look
you
like
to
it.
implode.
Then why don't we ask the person who actually used that method?
Okay.
You're the only one! Agito, you should know.
What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb. You appeared so suddenly that one time
Alright,
because you used that.
be on your toes and ready for the ultimate.
The ultimate what? The ultimate cancer?
There's a secret passage connecting the first floor of Strawberry House to the third floor of Grape House. Isn't that right?
Oh wait, I get to figure out what my ultimate is?
Jeez. Once again, I let the reserve course show up. But you're right. There's a door on the floor of the Octagon, which is on the first floor of Strawberry House. After I opened the door and went down, surprise, surprise! I ended up in the Monokuma archive.
Meaning, the third floor and the fourth floor are actually connected.
Plus, once you've cleared the final dead room once, you can pass through it as many times as you want.
If they used that secret passage, they could have gone between the two houses as much as they want.
Infinity Unlimited Flame!
Infinity Unlimited Flame!
I told you he was going to use his ultimate.
Unaware of the existence of the final dead room.
This secret technique passed down onto you.
That is merely an illusion you have fabricated from your own suspicion. If you value your life, you should stop with your scrutiny.
There's no way I can stop.
Did you say? Don't make me
I like the idea of like whenever you're like hitting somebody with the white noise, you're just screaming and limiting unlimited flame onto them.
Yeah, I don't know.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole.
Just so you know, in my opinion, this is the hardest survival showdown.
Davis, what the fuck is this?
It is his ultimate, unlimited ultimate flame!
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
Oh, what the frick?
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole.
So I'll give you the bullet so you don't fuck this up because of how hard this is. It's wire. Next, don't forget to use the D-pad. It helps a lot.
I am using the D-pad.
I already proved the secret passage exists. The secret passage was at the Octagon.
Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the Octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind confusion, pray to the key which dwells in the light. Know the limits of your
So I
own
guess that is
reasoning.
what I'm supposed to cut.
You say the killer went to the Octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind...
Allow me to cut through those words. The wire used to string up Nekomaru's body, the hammer that looked like the weapon, and the chain on the door in the tower.
So you were finally able to cut through the ultimate technique and surpass the
Where did
master.
the killer obtain it?
How
The
do you
only
feel?
place I can think of is the Octagon. There were various weapons and tools there.
Where's the comic
Pretty
book?
sure I saw stuff like wires.
Since those items were used in the crime, there's no doubt that the killer went to the Octagon.
If that's the case, they obviously know about the secret passage too, right?
It seems this is the end.
What he does.
Normally, we'd end up listening to Hajime lecture us with a very long summary of the case.
You're talking about the comic book.
There's no reason to waste any more time on this opening act, so I'm going to end this right now. Hey, what do you... First of all, by messing with all the clocks in the building...
No, he's doing it for me. Thank you, bro.
The elevator was probably broken by that point. Thanks to that, Nekomaru wasn't able to go to Grape Tower, which was supposed to be the meetup point. So he tried going over to Strawberry Tower, just like we did when we found out the elevator was broken. Well, it's obvious...
This is kind of making me happy.
At that time, we didn't know the two towers were the exact same place. Also, the button in Strawberry Hall wasn't broken, so he was easily able to enter Strawberry Tower. But surprise! Gundam was waiting for Nekomaru's arrival.
Hold on. If Nekomaru didn't go to Strawberry Tower, what would the killer have done then?
Their plan was a balance of uncertainties. But even if they failed, they probably wouldn't have minded.
It's his thing, too.
They can just greet everyone the next morning as if nothing happened, and come up with a different plan.
And, without such a risky plan, they wouldn't have been able to lure him at all.
I'm going to continue summarizing the case, okay? Through this, Gundam successfully lured Nekomaru to Strawberry Tower. There's no way he could fight head-on with the robotic Nekomaru, so by pressing the goodnight button, he rendered Nekomaru powerless without fighting him.
Hold on! You... What did you just say? That I didn't battle?
What's wrong with that?
Don't mess with me! Don't mess with me! I cannot ignore those words!
Why are you angry all of a sudden?
You fools do not understand! You don't understand at all! Ha! You make me laugh! After all this time, you still don't understand anything at all!
I don't understand anything. What does that mean?
Gundam Tanaka fights everyone head on.
I cannot finish just yet. Maybe I'm just a human destined for hell. However, I cannot finish just yet. I cannot finish!
What do you...
It's obvious! I'm going to destroy your illusory assumptions!
Are you saying you still have more? You still have room to argue?
Your words. You said I pressed Nekomaru's goodnight button. However, that...
You do realize how funny it is to say I cannot finish, right?
Press it, I'd have to get...
Yeah, I do. I just don't know how I would use it.
It's not easy to get the drop on Coach Nekomaru.
It could be such a good cum joke.
It's even more difficult.
Could be.
If it's a one-on-one situation.
Just as I thought, truly frail, succumbing so easily to this simple argument, it was just a mere illusion. If you want to set me up as the killer, at least surpass your own human limitations.
That's wrong, Gundam. You're the one who's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
Such a wonderful line. However, I cannot say that I'm satisfied. Listen well. I shall teach you 2 tips for making someone admit their defeat. First, you must crush them with your own overwhelming power. And as for the other, you must provide a reason that will persuade that human. You have not fulfilled either of those yet.
I will persuade you so hard.
I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Crushed as David prophesied! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! Show me the cadaver! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! For the Tanaka Empire! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crush as David prophesies! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crush as David prophesies! It's Nekomaru's back. Do you really think I can get behind him so easily?
The four Dark Devas!
This is the end! Even if you didn't get behind Nekomaru, you should have been able to press the button on the back of his neck. As long as you have the power of the hamsters you keep with you.
Well, I don't know if you made him proud, but you damn well did for me.
Are you seriously saying
Wait, what?
he used his hamsters to press the button on the back of Nekomaru's neck?
Of course that'd be impossible for a normal hamster, but it would have been possible for Gundam. In fact, we saw that with our very own eyes, right?
You telling me he walked up to him in the elevator and was like, "Go, Sandy! Attack!"
Probably. He gave exact directions.
Now that you mention it,
The door of destiny
after
shall
Yuki
open.
was killed in the music venue, one of Gundam's hamsters retrieved a piece of wallpaper from the baton lighting, right? Hey, with your friends and their exceptionally smart brains, it must have been possible to secretly get one of them behind Mechamaru and press the button on the back of his neck.
How about it, Gundam?
Not just myself, but you actually brought up how splendid my subordinates are. I have no recourse but to admit it.
Admit it? Did you say...
It appears I've obtained a one-way ticket to hell. Fine! Then you must trample me underfoot and advance. Victory can only be built upon a foundation of corpses. You cannot find peace without sacrifice anywhere. Now, trample this life. Trample it as though it were mere trash on the side of the road. Pull the curtain strings of this worthless performance with your own two hands.
Ah, what the frick?
You must make a comic book after this.
That is cancer. The frick? Why does it keep going backwards?
I think this is just something wrong with your controller. This doesn't happen to me in the slightest.
I see. Go, my four Dark Devas. Wait. just go here. That was not the correct.
You know, you can read what it's asking if you look at the question mark.
Huh?
If you look at the question mark at the top left, it asks, you can read what it's asking you.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So you're telling me you've just been shoving places in random?
Yeah, the whole time. Well, not random, but like, it looks like where it goes. Oh, is this here? Oh wait, no, that's where he would be wiggling, I guess. Wait, what? Oh wait, no, this probably goes back here somewhere. I really need to read what I'm freaking doing now that I know I can.
A lot of these small things, I wish I would notice that they're the problem. Because that would save a lot of injuries that you take.
Alright, does that go right here? Nope. Oh wait, I'm still not reading it.
What are you, a dumb shit?
Yeah, a little bit.
Everything that happened in this case. Let's first go over the many tricks the killer prepared before they committed the crime.
Is Nagito gonna be like, bruh?
First, they destroyed the contact elevator. This separated
I already did the comic book. Why you have to do the comic book after it?
Next, they lured Nekomaru out by himself by turning back all the clocks in the
You got a piece of evidence wrong. I get to do it now.
Bruh.
Additionally, in order to secure an alibi, the killer went to the Strawberry House Lounge and set the wall clock's alarm to 5:30 a.m. After finishing their preparations, the killer went to Strawberry Tower with the necessary tools in hand. They obtained these tools from the Octagon, which you can enter once you clear the final deck. This means the killer discovered the secret of the funhouse faster than anybody else.
So Gundam Tanaka played Russian roulette?
Strawberry House and Grape House are actually
yes, he
the
did.
same building.
I am the ultimate in everything. There's no way I would die from a bullet. But just in case, my Devas line up in front of the gun.
He would never. Not in a million years.
tells the hamster to go through the cracks in the bars and bring him stuff from the weapon room. Monica would be like, what the fuck?
One bullet in. Either way, he didn't get the reward, so he obviously didn't have it at the high difficulty Nagito did.
There, Fuyuhiko, who was at the lounge by coincidence, witnessed Nekomaru. According to Fuyuhiko's testimony, that was around 5 a.m. But by that point, the killer had already messed with our perception of time. In actuality, Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru at 7 a.m. That's also the same time Monokuma Taichi begins. Nekomaru went to Great Tower to participate in that. However, because the contact elevator was broken, Nekomaru was unable to go to Great Tower. So he decided to try going to Strawberry Tower. But the killer was waiting for him there. With the power of hamsters, they were able to press
With the power of
hamsters on the back of Nekomaru's neck. This forced him to enter sleep mode, rendering him immobile. From there, the killer began preparing to use the ultimate weapon. First, they set the alarm in Nekomaru's chest to 7:30 a.m. so he'd wake up. Then they tied him up with a metal wire, tied the tip of the wire into a loop, and hung it on the doorknob. After leaving Strawberry Tower, the killer then destroyed the door button to Strawberry Hall. They did this to keep us from entering Strawberry Tower, and to keep us from discovering the secret of the building's structure that they used to kill
Wouldn't
Nekomaru.
it be funny if at the end of this, Monokuma was like, yeah, that was pretty cool now, but nobody used the ultimate weapon. Did nobody see the nuke in the back?
Then, they used the secret octagon passageway to travel to Grape House. After arriving at Grape Hall, they pressed the button to open the door to the tower. When that happened, the elevator-like floor of the tower began descending. And Nekomaru's body was still inside, dangling upside down in midair from the wire. The killer entered Grape Tower to see if their setup was successful, and placed a hammer on the floor to look like the weapon, then wrapped a chain around the back door. This was done to make us falsely believe we couldn't enter the tower from Strawberry Hall. With this, the killer finished their setup and tried to go back to their room using the secret passage, so they could craft their alibi when Nekomaru died from the fall. But something unexpected happened. Fuyuhiko, who saw Nekomaru earlier, was still at the lounge. As a result, the killer couldn't return to their room, and with no options available, time ran out. The lounge's wall clock alarm started ringing at 5:30. Well, actually 7:30. To avoid a worst-case scenario, the killer was forced to appear in front of Fuyuhiko with the others. When the wall clock's alarm rang, that was also the same time Nekomaru was waking up. He woke up while he was still hanging upside down, so he couldn't help but sway his body powerfully. Originally, the loop of wire was only supposed to slip off the doorknob. Nekomaru fell from the 4th floor all the way to the 1st floor. He crashed into the pillar, which decapitated him on impact, and died. The sound of Nekomaru's impact echoed throughout the funhouse. However, by this point, the killer's plan was about to fail, thanks to the broken doorknob and Fuyuhiko. Meaning, the killer is someone who wouldn't have heard the alarm if they were in the deluxe room. They also wouldn't have been able to return to their guest room, because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge. That someone is Gundam Tanaka. I can't think of anyone else but you.
He looks so nice in this drawing.
Splendid. That was splendid. For a mere human, you did quite well.
Stop. Stop it already. Stop using weird words to avoid the truth. Or I'll freaking kill you myself! I cannot believe
Double
it.
trial.
I just cannot believe you killed Nekomaru? I cannot believe something like that.
You don't wish to forgive me? Do you feel regret? Then finish it! Cast your impure votes for Gundam Tanaka! My beloved, deadly foes, let the voting time begin!
This execution better be badass. Give me all them Kuma coins.
This result isn't all that exciting. Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong
one?
Please pull the lever! Crap! I bit my tongue at the most important part!
Please pull the Gundam Tanaka. This is where Gundam starts laughing and says, "You fools, you picked the wrong one."
Well, you did make one dreadfully wrong mistake, and he will correct you on it.
Oh, he'd be like, "Yeah, you got the story wrong, though. It was a little more epic than that."
Nice!
Now then. Jeez.
Fall, my tears. Listen well. How pitiful. Fine.
Damn it!
This, too, must be the will of causality.
You.
Let's make history. me tell you this.
Huh?
I can see it!
Could it be?
Sensing even my subtle killing intent, as expected of you, Kuri.
This scorching, stinging, tense atmosphere. I've been a team manager for so long, I'd nearly forgotten this. This is great! What a comforting atmosphere!
That's a great one.
And what is your reason? Do you intend to resolve this situation by killing me?
I am the Warlock, Gundam Tanaka. Heroes, lords of darkness, and even the gods themselves flee from me.
Bruh, this is badass.
To any trivial reason, I'm simply going to kill you because your very existence is an annoyance.
You'll drench your soul with evil until the bitter end, huh? Splendid! In response to your spirit, I should kill you with all of my might. I won't go easy on you. Don't even think about holding back. Don't waste your breath on cowardly tactics. Give me everything you got.
Nekomaru Nidai, your blood will drench the foundation of my empire!
That is...
Let me tell you this. You weakling! Fall, my tears. If you flinch, you will die! Let me ask. Fine. Listen well. I shall engulf this world. I renounce you!
You. But...
Damn it.
Fine. Fall, my tears.
Oh. You...
Let's make history.
Well?
So do you understand his reasoning?
I thought he wanted everybody else to live.
If killing for the sake of living is considered evil, then he will be evil. He knew what would happen.
My name is Gundam Tanaka. like dust in the wind.
10,000 billion years.
Yes, indeed.
And of course he'll be evil to the very end.
I beg of you.
I'm ready for this badass execution.
I beg of you.
How pitiful.
I don't think anything beats Pecco, but god damn it, Gundam doesn't do his right.
Fine. What is it, my four dark devas of destruction? Are you worried about me? Oh, my feared four dark devas of destruction. That is not like you at all.
This is
However,
so sad.
there is no need to fear. In this world, I am only a temporary visitor. I was simply visiting for a moment, and now that my duty is complete, I must return to the darkness. That is why, until the very end, pride, conceit, courage, insolence, fearful of nothing, daunted by nothing. Let us laugh uproariously! That is Gundam Tanaka! I shall stick with my evil until the very end! Open sesame pandemonium! I shall fill hell with true
Let
hell!
us laugh uproariously.
This has got to be my favorite trial.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's
I told you would love this chapter, even if I knew this was the end.
I'm not even sad. This is so... They were just an accomplice. He's getting Lion Kinged.
This entire execution is a reference to the Lion King and the anime series Gundam.
A frickin' stick. Does he not finish the circle in time? Oh, this is dank. Go, my devas, you shall live on. Bruh.
The supreme overlord of ice, the ruler of hell.
Goes to heaven.
Yep. But yeah, his entire execution is a reference to the anime series Gundam, as well as the famous movie The Lion King. With him acting as the father, and obviously his hamster is acting as little Simba coming down to meet him after the trampling. Even his face appearing in the sky is a reference to the moment where Simba sees his dad.
You are right.
Am I correct to assume you'll be able to keep going after this?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Even though I know he's your favorite, I didn't think his death would give you despair. He goes out like a person.
The only one that's made me want to die harder than any other trial in the entire series so far is the one with Pecco in it.
I mean, Pecco's hurts like hell, and it didn't help that you also spent a shit ton of time with her. Like, even if you didn't, that hurts.
It's so sad, bro.
For me, it will always be Mikan. That one hurt like hell specifically because of how bullshit it is.
I was confused until, like, the very end, and then I thought it was cancer, but it didn't make me, like, depression. It just made me wonder what the other characters would be like if they got the remembering.
It would definitely be different on who got it.
Now then.
I'll tell you one thing, Hajime physically couldn't get the remembering even if he did get it.
Mine weren't taken, they were deleted.
Hey. Right?
Well, I mean, I guess Sonya's fair game now.
Technically, I think you say she went down in your book. Basically, she went up in my book for this trial, but still.
She gave me cancer in, like, the first half of the trial.
If you couldn't tell, I was very subtly trying to make you think it was Sonya.
Oh. I thought she was already one of my suspects from, like, forever ago.
Yeah, and I would keep on going with that so that you wouldn't suspect it all until the very end.
Oh, even if Gundam Tanaka was prime suspect, I wouldn't say it.
Oop.
The Gundam Tanaka lives forever. He cannot die. Wait, what? Oh, what's up, Nagito?
I don't know if you'll get any free time on the final chapter, but I know for a fact this chapter you only get 2. So think it through. Really think it through. These might be your last 2.
Well, I mean, as soon as the trial was over, I wanted to go talk to Chiaki, like, immediately.
Yeah, you were trying to talk to her for a while, but you had to go with Nekomaru.
Damn it.
Well, I mean, it was basically Nekomaru or Sonya, and I was like, okay.
I'm going to tell you this. Sonya used to be in, like, my bottom 5. I think she shot up a couple ranks. I don't hate her anymore. I don't like her. I will never like her. I don't hate her.
Oh, is she a popular one that you don't like? I don't know why I don't like her still, to be honest.
Well, here's my problem. I think the reason I hated her so much is because everybody, like, just hates on Kazurichi and loves her because of it. And I'm just like, you poor fucker.
Oh, I mean, I think that's hilarious.
Yeah, no, the poor dude's always getting stepped on, so I think I just kind of stood up for him when I really didn't need to.
The entire thing with Sonya is, for some reason, even still, almost in the frickin' last chapter of the game, for some reason she's just off-putting, and I don't want to speak to her because of it.
Is it because she looks basically like the generic perfect anime girl? Blonde hair, literally a fucking princess?
I don't know. I'm really into those type of characters anyway.
What's the matter?
At least she doesn't have a gigantic rack size.
Massive.
In fact, she's the smallest out of the three left.
I mean, don't take more than that. You gotta be like, her personality is blooming with something that isn't cancer.
Well, at least she was hilarious and she was bouncing off of Gundam perfectly during that last one. She doesn't have anybody to bounce off of anymore.
Wow.
She could try to bounce off Katsurichi. No.
Hello.
Hey.
Say what?
You don't even know? Isn't that right?
Of course.
But...
This entire chapter is dedicated to Nagito trying to figure out who the traitor is.
Well... right?
You're getting all riled up. No.
No, she's saying that the traitor matters about as much to him as Monami after she lost her stick. In other words, it's just kind of something that exists. Because the only time Monami ever mattered to him was when she had her stick.
Oh, okay. I thought he was assuming to how much Monami cared after she lost her stick, and I'm like, what?
No.
Huh?
Hey.
Yep.
Right?
No. Unbelievable.
Well... You're right.